Yo, yo, what's up, y'all? This is Toot at the hottest podcast in the city, the smartest dumb people. I'm here with my nigga, that dude Johnson, you know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is, it's the smartest dumb people!
Yes, sir.
Yes, I was, but they decided to move along. They traveled here.
I had a homeboy, and I'm thinking about getting the motherfucker. I'm trying to I want to get it right.
They both was the same, but once the money been through, and you just scripted this shit.
They got some diamonds in them. I need them to expect you to pay the bills, take care of their family, help you watch their nieces and nephews.
Like, I'm cooking up. That's like I cook up with this nigga.
We're not asking a week. We not saying a week. We said a month.
Okay.
But do this or you do that, and so those are the.
Y'all talking about me like a dog. Stop it! Y'all good?
For that. Because I'm talking about for me.
I take E.
She might not even be in no legend.
Keep going. They don't have to stop. So just keep pushing. Okay.
And like what you said, I think the sense of any kind of punishment, it should be kind of like, in a sense,
Be the result of it. Because I don't feel like violence. Welcome. This is the smartest dumb people, and I'm the host, Anthony, that dude Johnson. And always, to my left, somebody gonna be in the seat. We got a special guest in the building. He goes by the name of T-O-O-T. Toot in the building, man, my guy. It's got my cousin Willie A.B.N. in the building. He always with me. We got a dope show, man. We're gonna start with this. Toot, I'm gonna say it before we even get really started. You are the fucking GOAT in Omaha, Nebraska when it comes to this rap shit, and I'm explaining to you why. Your plethora of fucking albums you put out, your consistency. You know how they say the older cats they say, oh, he's too old to rap.
Yeah.
Right? But your rap literally manifested your whole life. So it wasn't like you was just stuck in this box to where I'm like Jim Jones and fucking Mano. Like how they slide. Nigga, you too old to be sliding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your rap career is literally, I did this, I did that. I bought a house, I got my kids, I'm raising a family, and bruh, like it's not respected. And your rap that's why it's still relevant to me. And I feel like you can't never be too old to rap because your rap career is following your journey in life. And you already spoke on that, I think, on Jay Key's shit where he was talking about how like it's your journey.
Yeah, it's my truth.
So when did you start rapping, too?
You know. No, I mean, I started when I was 8 years old. At the Boys and Girls. It wasn't no Boys and Girls. The Boys Club. I started when I was 8 years old.
What made you want to do it?
My older brother was rapping. And, you know, back then, you know, you break dance and rapping, you know. So I just, I took a liking at it then because I was, you know, raised in church. You know what I'm saying? Raised as a little kid. Had to go to church with mom, grandpa, and grandma.
You didn't really play sports though. Like you was good at sports. This is the sick part about it. Like niggas was at the ballpark balling, and Toot was like trying to get a concert together.
I sure was.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I really said, but you could hoop. You could hoop too. But your career, like I'm just saying, like bruh, from the standpoint of like longevity, from what you've done for the culture of Omaha rap. And like I said, we talking about Omaha
rap, yeah. Literally,
I don't know a rapper like you. I don't know a rapper that has so many videos, so many CDs, and consistent. And to be honest with you, the best album to me was your first one with Drama Life. Yeah. Oh my God, nigga, that's a straight classic. And is
that's why everybody.
Can we get to it? Can we get to it?
Yeah, to that video.
No, can we get to the whole CD?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna link up with you after this. I gotta have that CD.
Yeah, still got it. Yeah.
So what album you got? You got an album about to drop, right?
Well, I do singles now. Okay. To me, I'm gonna tell you why I only do singles, so that way y'all know, and y'all be the first platform I say it on. Only reason why I'm doing singles is because to me it's like, why do an album when everything is visual? Right. Mostly everything's visual. So if I'm gonna do a now, and since from working with Queso. You know, I've been working with Queso real tough.
Oh yeah, you gotta make that connection.
Yeah,
we try to get him up here.
He busy. That dude's
no, I know.
Busy. But since I've been working with him, he's like, look, ain't nothing we doing ain't gonna be. It gotta be hit material. So you know, I had to go back in the lab with him, and he was teaching me the new tricks of today. You know, rewriting things for me and helping me get things together as far as the new sound.
Crazy thing is, like even with like you said, working with somebody like him, you're a songwriter.
Yeah.
So you can be behind the scenes making that bread, just being a writer.
And I'm working with a songwriter / producer / engineer. He's just a whole producer. That's what Queso is. And that's why I said I had to go back to the lab, because I literally was in the lab with him. Like, he was like, no, we don't say that no more. No, we ain't doing this. No, this phrase got to be said like this. We got to do. I mean, he really took me to I really had to go back to school when I sat down with him. So, you know, when I'm that moldable, that's where my longevity comes from. I'm not able to evolve. Yeah, I'm evolved. I want to. You get what I'm saying? So I want a chameleon, but I don't have to be the time. You know what I'm saying?
And then you had a clothing line as well. Yep. What was the clothing line?
24 Keys.
It's still around?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk to you about that too.
I also endorsed this, Haberdash. You see with this Haberdash on me. My guy at 24 is Gary Ballard, G Ballard.
Oh, he's on 24 for those pods?
Yep.
Okay.
Right on 24. He got a dope line. I mean, it's just you know, our swag. Yeah. I can't do the new boy swag too much because I am older, but I can still be, you know, this is a different thing. You know, it got a little different taste. You can say it's a different taste. Yeah, it got a swag, but it's still grown man. It don't look too gaudy or it don't got too much, you know, thing. It just says what it says, and it is.
I want to show your videos. I want to show people like what you do real quick. We're gonna check out a little clip of Toot videos real quick, man. We'll be right back with y'all.
Trying to be included, truth is. Lost myself while chasing this dream of music, truth is. Had to learn to speak my truth with confidence, truth is. I build myself up, don't need no compliment, truth is. Ain't no keeping up, ain't in no competition. Rebranded with new understanding of my position, truth is. Had to embrace the ugly truth that's in the mirror. Made the adjustment. They try and they try, but they don't realize, recognize all those realize, and nothing's gonna stop me, no. Nothing's. These doors are closing. You fool me a lot, why am I holding? Can't glue these pieces that are broken. You're frozen. And stolen parts of me I never knew that I had. I gave you more than my last. Wasted years of my past. Should've slowed down, I caught feelings too fast. And focused on my grind, could've had a meal in 2 bags. Yeah, I played in them bricks. Caught a charge, took it straight to the chin. Anything you can name, I done did. Off the porch was on go. Shot with duck on a deuce. Big dogs reduce fall. Trying to be included, truth is. Lost myself while chasing this dream of music, truth is. Had to learn to speak my truth with confidence, truth is. I build myself up, don't need no compliment.
All right, so that's the actual videos, some of the plethora of videos this man has. I'm telling y'all, he's super talented, super dope. And like I said, you fucking with Queso like that. His name Queso, right?
Yeah, Queso.
Hopefully you get your chance to be behind the scenes, because like I said, I want to be eventually with this podcast and this show and what I do here. I don't always want to be in front of the camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just want to make the money. I just want to be able to take care of my family, and I want to be my own boss.
Right.
So if I can get a motherfucker that was better at hosting this show than I would, I'll be behind there working the camera. You know what I'm saying? So I like that you're evolving into somebody, and you're still able to say, well, he taught me this, he taught me that. That's why it's like us older cats, we act like we can't learn nothing new. You know what I mean? Me and Tori got an argument one day on the show, and he said he couldn't learn nothing from me. I said, I can learn something from a 2-year-old, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your guy that just was working the remote, he told me what SpongeBob was on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I know SpongeBob is not on that platform or whatever the case may be, which is Netflix. Right. And like, that's learning something. Yeah. And as people, we don't like to grow, man. So too, is there an end all be all when it comes to this rap shit, or do you have a goal to continue to grow and just like be a songwriter?
Let me break it down. My end all is I got kids that's dope. My son is in one of my videos. My video, y'all can go check it out. It's called Out the Dirt. That's my oldest son. He dope. He working with Queso right now, getting polished, and he on my label. And his crew is dope. Bangers Only Club. See, I've been making sure they keep a mystique so we can, when we come out polished. It's quality over quantity for me. I'ma always put out quality work.
What you have?
You know, and that's what that's my thing, quality over quantity. So it ain't just I might go and do a bunch of songs, hit the studio and do about 6-7 songs. No, I stay on one.
Like everything was dope. You had everything.
I was looking at the videos too. The videos was looking clean, you know. So like when I usually look at artists from our, you know, from the city, most of the time I see them and I'll be like,
what the fuck is this?
Why didn't we get a fully, you know, HD video, or why didn't we get the video to the quality that it needed to be to, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then so along with the quality, then the music matching it, like you said earlier, we said off camera, the content is everything right now.
Everything.
So it's like the content need to be top notch, top quality, best as it can be. So it's like do that if you can.
Yolanda said, "Is you on?" Shout out to Yo Yo. Make sure you like and share, motherfuckers. She said, "Is you on Pandora?"
Yeah, I'm on Pandora. You just gotta type in Toot, you know, in the title of the song, and it'll pull up all my stuff. It's on Pandora. I'm on everything. Only thing I ain't really hit yet because it costs, but I'm almost there is Music Choice. But you know, I think that's about to be, because cable is kind of
it's
dismantling anyway. So now it's my bad. It's now mostly everything is online. So yeah, I'm on Pandora, YouTube. I'm on all the music streaming platforms. Yeah, so
and this is another thing. I want to explain this. He had 50,000. This is how dope this dude is. Yeah. He had 50,000 followers on Instagram, and he told me the story about how that they hacked his account. That's why when the minute a motherfucker say anything weird, which I got 2 or 3 of them today alone, I just block them. I don't even want to ask you no more questions. If you ask me, do I want to invest in something? Do I want to do the block?
Still sick.
You know, because like you lost 50K followers. That's not only if you'd have got your blue check, that's almost a check in itself. Now your music becomes a job permanently.
Well, you know, I really, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I really been when I got to that 50, I could have got there years ago, but I had to pause everything.
Can we talk about that? Because
we can, bro. Yeah.
All right, so
this is real life.
Yeah. So when you say pause everything, a lot of people that don't know you, but the people that know you closely and know what happened. His wife passed away from cancer, and I'm telling you, I knew his wife. I went to high school with his wife. I was in the Young Ambassadors with his wife. His wife is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I'm not lying to you. Yeah. And Toya, she had a beautiful spirit. She was a sweetheart. Your wife passed away from cancer. When was this too? I can't remember. 2016. So you had to put everything on pause. How many kids did y'all have?
I had 3.
Okay, so not only are you always going to be this good husband, now that you lose your beautiful wife that was there for you and by your side in your journey as an artist, like, I want to know the process and how you processed everything after it happened.
Dog, you know, I couldn't stop because I had they were younger at the time. You know, my daughter was 10, my son was 8. You see what I'm saying? And then my oldest son, he was 16. So he was, you know, had the most time with his mom, but they were young. So I had to really, you know,
tap into
and just say, whatever, no matter what I do, I got to take care of them. And I made sure that they didn't go down, you know. I let them mourn. I had to go mourn on my own. I mourn with them here and there, but I let them go through each of their phases, and then I have my own phases. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you go through a process like that, as anybody that get married, I'm gonna look at the camera and tell you, when you get married, you have a vow to take. And so that vow is, you don't take it with the other person. First and foremost, you're taking that vow with God, because that's who's going to help y'all stay together. And if you don't take that vow with God, see, I'm going to take my vows to my wife. I did it. I say it all the time. It isn't me y'all seen. Because when she was transitioning, I told God, I said, Lord, I only want them to see the love. Because I'm flawed. You get what I'm talking about? So that's what they seen. That's what everybody seen. That's the picture they seen. And he did that. I didn't. So I did everything for him, because if I didn't have him in the mix, I would have been a man. You know what we do? We lust, we cheat, we do all kinds of stuff. If I didn't have him in the mix, that's what I would have been. So I say that to say it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? So and I've carried my vows out. You have a vow through sickness and health, till the death do you part. I had to do that.
You know, I always wondered, as you speak on that, I always wondered that, like, when I looked at my wife, I always wonder, like, would she be there for me on my deathbed? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's important. And in the process of that, like, I was we have arguments just like every human being does. Yeah. But I always looked in the light of, what if I got sick today with cancer? Would this woman be on my bedside with me every night crying herself to sleep and worried about me as she's healthy? You know what I'm saying? And I watched you do it, and it was very private. Like, a lot of people didn't understand that wasn't that close to you because y'all kept it in wraps until it was almost that time. Yeah. And when it happened, man, listen, I appreciate you, King, for one thing. You showed black people and black men how to love a woman. Yeah. And I watched you take care of your kids. I watched you grow as a human being after her death. Yeah. You understand? And, like, you don't get enough credit. This man is a great, like, we're sitting in front of a king. You understand what I'm saying? We all is. Yeah, but we ain't all kings. And I had this argument with a little dude on the, what's the old boy? I can't think of his name, but just the same way with queens. We are not, we want to believe we're all kings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when I sit in the presence of you, that's a king. A man that handled his business, took care of his kids, literally was with his wife on her dying bed, then stepped up, got 2 extra jobs, did whatever you had to do. Yeah. Don't know the story behind it, but I know you're a hustler.
You started right there. I had to get 2 extra jobs. I worked, man, I left the youth, I was at the youth center for 12 years, the Douglas County youth. I was there, dealing with the youth. And once them doors clicked after that, it just kind of did something to me. It's like my life was about to be gone. So I left, so it's like, I gotta go, I gotta do something different, but I still want to work with the youth. So that's what I do. I still work with the youth. In a major way.
Didn't you open a facility or something?
Yeah, I got a group home. I got a couple of them. So, and I deal with, troubled youth that's trying to transition back into their families and don't know how. You know what I'm saying? Because they have whatever their situation is. Because each case is different. You help them get to that point. Or if they don't go transition with their family, then they're with you until they're transitioned to 19 years old to where they can go do it on their own.
What's the company? What's your company called? Your LLC?
Mine is called RJ Brown Productions, but my nonprofit is called Future Young Entertainers. But I changed it to Future Entertaining Entrepreneurs. So it's fee now, but everything is. It's under that umbrella.
I seen the basketball court. You got the murals, like you got the pictures of other. Like Terrence Crawford and like.
Actually, Ronell was supposed to be on the court, but I wasn't ready to pay Busy that paid me yet. Not yet, but Ronnie Grigsby.
Okay,
he's supposed to central. He's central.
He's supposed to be on the court.
Okay, yeah, Grigsby, man.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on the court, but I ain't got around to paying Thizzy to do that yet. Thizzy Marley, that's who do all my art. Well, and Jamie Collins.
Well, I appreciate your story, man. Like I said, now it's time for us to get you in the mode of the smartest dumb people. And like I was telling you. So what we do with the smartest dumb people here, we have topics, and with our topics, you just become a part of the cast, like you're a regular cast member, and we have the conversations about what's going on in the world. First topic is question of the day. With the Kevin Gates and Drika situation going on, I don't want to really talk about it because I know Kevin Gates is nuts, and we're trying to get him up here to come up and do an interview with us. And the last thing I need this nigga to see is me talking about him and Drika.
I didn't know these rap niggas.
Yeah. So, but I gotta have a conversation anyway. So basically, Kevin Gates, Drika winds up cheating on Kevin Gates with her personal trainer, which was a stud.
A trainee. Was that a trainee?
No, a personal. Trainer. No, it was a woman, but she's a stud.
Bald headed.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so she cheats on Kevin Gates, and then he goes publicly, and he's caught in a bunch of videos with a chick at a restaurant eating and doing all this weird shit. Right. Then he talking about, bitch, I'm out the water, I eat a whole nigga dick, and all this weird shit. What's your opinion on, what we're going to do is we're going to make the question this.
I said, what's the question?
What's your opinion on how men handle women cheating on them versus them being cheated, them cheating on women? I can tell y'all right now.
Men can't handle it.
Men can't handle
Why?
Nothing like that because men.
What type of man though? But go ahead.
That is also true. That is also true. But in most cases, majority of men don't have like a built up immunity or anything like that to a situation, or done been in a situation like that, or they don't have the thought that that might happen with their girl. So like when something like that might happen, it affects them in a crazy, crazy way, and they react a lot more aggressive and a lot more crazy than what a woman might have.
But like with Kevin Gates, he was a personal swinger, and what I'm gonna break down what a personal swinger is to me. It's a rich man that thinks my wife let me fuck bitches whenever I want to and do whatever I want to do, and then when his wife turned around and did it to him, he couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, let's be honest, money involves manipulation, and what I mean by that is you taken care of, you got a nice car, you got a nice house, you got a shoe, everything you want. I'm over here fucking these bitches. All right, why you fucking these bitches? This beautiful trainer that comes to my house every day with all these tattoos that look like a man and got a bald head and got her waves looking right. I'm a fucker. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If he didn't understand that, me as a man, dog, I understand. Like I said, just a woman going to work every day, she's in trouble.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because there's liable to be a man there that's gonna tell her she's beautiful every day. It happens in the daily work field, let alone for some rich woman that has a personal trainer literally helping her bend over on her back as she's doing shit. What's your opinion, too?
Shit. You know, I can't say it was the money. With him, if he was a swinger, you said professional.
I said personal swinger. What I mean by that
personal swinger, that means because swinging has an idea. That gives me an idea.
I don't think it's by his. I'm saying he's a swinger, not her.
Yeah.
I'm saying that he's telling her he can fuck with other women. She took care of. Yeah,
as long as she taking care of.
He's doing
that is very that.
But based off Kevin Gates' history, that's not exactly would be the case because Drika technically, based on what he would say, would choose a girl, and they
would do it together. Now that right there, she probably got tired. She probably got tired of that. But what I think about it is like if you open Pandora's box in your relationship like that, then you got to know what comes out, out of that. Now, if you just doing stuff sneakily because I got money, you taking care of, you should not worry. That's a different thing.
That's a ball player mentality, though. We all know NBA players got fucking a different woman in each state. Do you think LeBron James is faithful?
I'm gonna say this. Because I don't know that man, and because we just talked about my marriage. I was faithful, you know what I'm saying, but we don't know.
Well, regular people can be faithful.
They can.
Regular people can be faithful, and that's because
I think stars can be faithful too because they be scared of certain situations.
But we don't get top of the line filet mignon pussy. We don't get top of the line filet mignon pussy thrown in our face. Every day,
but no, the risk that comes along with it.
And some of them know that risk. You're right.
Exactly. Like that's why people do NDAs. That's why they do stuff like that because it's like you think about them trying to get with just some random, and then you can't be seen walking out with nobody. You can't be seen.
Why do you think Drake is Drake though? Why do you think Drake will never marry? Let's be honest with you.
That's
you know why? Because he's fucking
that's also why
5 women that are the beautifulest in.
That's why he also not man. That's not unloyal though.
No, but I'm saying like then you have somebody like LeBron, a billionaire, a stud that's talked about. Women love attention. This man, LeBron James, is the definition of attention. So yes, for sure.
I don't think he cheating. No, you
good? Yep, throw it away, buddy. It's in there. You good? But yeah, so with the LeBron James situation, I'm just trying to explain to you like the ball player mentality of these NBA players.
Now, if he ain't, now I don't think we say LeBron, but. I say no to him, but I also would say to a lot of the players, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. We ain't got to look, man. Like I said,
Tristan Thompson as an example, I guess technically.
Tristan,
you got one side of the coin, but then you got those sides of the coin, but then you also got the Steph Curry, and then you got the LeBron.
So let's get to one of these topics. We can play a video so your young man can talk to you for a second. So basically, a young black man was riding his car in the neighborhood. I guess he peeled out or something like that. The white community went nuts and basically yelled at him. You can turn your phone up to listen to this too. We're going to play the video real quick. Let's check this video out of this young teenager. Oh, I don't even think I got it. Oh, let me find it. God damn it. How did I not got it? Right. Yep. All right, let me play the video real quick.
Pulled up off the jump. They already had all their little neighbors, all their little friends come outside trying to defend them, saying they seen the whole situation. And what one of them said, they was like, officer, we don't tolerate none of that in our neighborhood. Basically like saying like, I ain't belong in their neighborhood. And you feel me? And they was like, especially you have the police in our neighborhood. No, we don't tolerate that. So bam, right? And y'all telling me how I should have handled it or how y'all would have handled it. But you feel me? I wasn't finna give them no reason for me to get jumped up. And the 2 people that was involved, like the 2 people that damaged my car, they got locked up. But you feel me? They gonna bail out regardless. They got money, and that's for sure. But we basically, after we talked to police for hours and hours, we stayed outside because we wanted to see them get arrested with our own eyes. And basically, after they got arrested, all of their neighbors came back outside and they talking about something.
All right, so that's the actual video of the young man explaining himself. So what I'm going to do is now play the video to where the neighborhood people was reacting. You got it up on your phone too? Let me see here. Where is it? That's my bad, y'all. Here's the actual video. These white men harassing this black young man. It's almost like a Ahmaud Arbery situation. Here we go.
Right here, buddy. Right here. Tell them what you were doing. Burning out, racing through my fucking neighborhood. Burning out, racing through my fucking neighborhood. I told you not to. Get out of my face. I'm not in your face. Get out of my neighborhood, fuckwad. Who got a gun? Who got the gun? The guy who's got a permit to carry it. You got a gun? You're the one that would get a gun. All right. Get out of this neighborhood. All right. Get out of this neighborhood. You don't belong here, brother.
But y'all want to smash the fucking window? Smash the window?
Yeah, he did. Right here, buddy. Right here. Tell them what you were doing. Burning out, racing through my fucking neighborhood. Burning out, racing through my fucking neighborhood. I told you not to. Get out of my face. I'm not in your face. Get out of my neighborhood, fuckwad. Who got a gun? Who got the gun? The guy who's got a permit to carry it. You got a gun? You're the one that would get a gun. All right. Get out of this neighborhood. All right. Get out of this neighborhood. You don't belong here, brother.
But y'all want to smash the fucking window? Smash the window?
Yeah, he did. Right here, buddy. Right here. Tell them what you were doing. Burning out, racing through my fucking neighborhood. Burning out, racing through my fucking...
All right, so that's the actual clip of the young man basically being threatened. And y'all got to keep in mind, he was young. And you have these older white people attacking this young man verbally, man. I felt like I was watching fucking Mississippi Burning or some shit like that, dog. Like, I want to know, in 2022, in today's society, how the fuck does this still happen?
Well, you know why? Because we're the minority, but the majority. We the minority. This is why this is happening. We don't. You see how they came together just to get him out the neighborhood? We can't even come together to, you know what I'm saying, to do something like that. Just that simple shows you where the mentalities is. So we look at it as wrong, but it is wrong. But we don't see the gold in it. Like, this is why we can't do nothing. Yeah, because they know how to come together for something. It don't matter what cause it is, they together on it. We don't know how to come together as a people.
Yeah, they got housing units. They got what are those we call where you pay a little fee to be in the neighborhood.
The homeowners association. They got all that.
Like well, in those situations, they were arrested for basically assault. But in those situations, if I'm a manager of a company or a CEO of a company and I see that, that would disgust me. Yeah, you can't. And if I was a black community,
enrages me.
And if I was a black community, and I know where this man works at, now we outside your job. Right. Now we're not going to buy coffee or lattes from this man's shop because like that. So that's how we become the power.
Right. But you know, when you said that, we hit them in their pocket, right?
Yeah.
Because that is how it's supposed to be done. You remember with the Me and K situation when they would beat up the black girls.
Yeah, we talked about that. We
60th. I went and did a thing down there. But okay, we all stopped buying there for a while. I went to the black-owned boutiques. But then you get to this point where if you look up, there's going right back there again. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not consistent enough. We got to be all the way consistent and build up what we have, so that way.
That's why I don't want the CIA come knocking on my door and try to take me out. But I try to explain to black people, let's start a group called the Black Mafia. The Black Mafia is the first responders to any type. Like, we got Big Crump for every fucking thing, right? Why can't we create a coalition of people that literally are the first responders when shit like this happens? We should have been at the motherfucker's doorstep on a flight because we got donated millions of dollars through organizations and athletes. We pulling up. We pulling up, and we got signs, and we, sir, why do you think you can do this? We got shows. We gonna talk about it on The View. That's what all the black community needs is a black mafia. And I mean an organization, just like the Black Panthers, but moving, organized in a different way. We're not trying to take back land or nothing with guns or nothing like that. We're trying to put it in their face, just like the show did. The show just put it in our 10 people that we have in the audience face. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal. If we can move forward as Black people, we have to start somewhere, even if it's just 20 people.
We do, but we've been doing that for a while. There's been certain groups, like when you say we need this type of group, them the groups, you go back to Fred Hampton, you go back to what's his name, Huey P. Newton, their whole crew, So you go back to their whole crew, that's what they were doing. They were feeding their community, they were responders, they was protecting they were policing their neighborhoods.
But I don't want to police for just our Black community. That's the difference. I felt like with what the government felt like with the Panther movement was to make Black people stronger. That's not what I would be trying to do. What I'm trying to do is explain to them we're not alone. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And I think white people know, let's be honest, white people know we don't stick together. And they know, like, that's why that white man did that, because he probably, in his head, he probably think, he don't got no father that's going to come check me. He don't got no brother that's going to come do something to me, because we don't stick together.
But if we do, like, who's the aggressor? And who's going to jail? You know what I'm saying? So if Timmy go to jail, Timmy know he got a cousin, or there's a privilege there. But if Jimbo go, because he defended, it always going to look, it's a demonized profile. So it's always a give and take, in these type of situations. I
already said that, like, the Constitution, the government, all of that shit need to be
3/4 of a human still there. We 3/4 of a human is still there. I don't knock what was there. I don't knock Caucasian people. I don't knock white people, because I got a lot of white friends, and I ain't even saying it like, oh, I got white friends, I ain't racist.
No, I get what you're saying.
I'm saying it like I really got some real genuine
I got white people
friends
in this chat right now, but they're learning through me how it feels to be an advocate. And I'm just opening people's eyes to what we deal with on a day-to-day basis, just being Black. And that's like I said, the Smartest Dumb People is a platform for Black people, but accepting of all races to understand what it is like to be a motherfucker we come from fucking Vietnam projects, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now we are here, and I said to you, and I looked you in the eyes and called you a king, and I gave you your flowers for everything you've done as an artist and as a husband, as a father. And we don't have that platform. We don't have Black men out here dapping each other up and appreciating who they are as people. And like I said, so when it comes to, like you said, I have white friends. I have white friends too. But I need you to understand, like, this white man is the reason why I don't trust you. What this white man did over here, no, what these white men did for 400 years, plus, is the reason why when you tell
I don't trust it as a whole.
Yes.
It's not you, it's just as a whole. I don't trust it.
And it's not out of spite, is trying to convince you that you have to change the culture. Like, white people don't understand, they are the gatekeepers. You know, like motherfuckers make jokes about Kevin Hart being the comedy gatekeeper because he's in Hollywood or whatever. Like, white people are the gatekeepers to the way society should move. And they don't understand that. So if you get 10 white friends in the same room and you get them to understand, like, why Leavenworth Cafe should be shut down, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it takes. Is, like, I'm telling you that I'm about to be the motherfucking the dog whisperer for white people, and try to explain, like, because I'm trying to explain to them, like, you have the key. All you have to do is, when you go to work and you see this Black girl being targeted for no reason, you go to the boss and say, I don't think that's right the way you treated Shaniqua today. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll make the boss say, well, maybe I didn't treat Shaniqua right. But if Shaniqua go in the office and say that same thing before she said, it's not going to have the same impact.
It ain't going to have the same effect.
You're right. So I don't want to stick on this topic too long. Shout out to Yo-Yo Brandy. I'm sorry I didn't get to your comments. Let me get a couple of them. She said, why did he get out? Yo-Yo said, why did he get out? And then she said, all he did was drive his car and mind his business. Well, we all know that's all we do is mind our business as Black people. And we find those Karens and those Jimmy's every day.
That was my question. I was like, when did he get out of the car? Did he get out of the car because they busted the window?
No, he got out of the car because they was hitting his car with shit as he was trying to drive off. It's
he didn't want to hit nobody.
It's a natural reaction. If I'm driving my car and a motherfucker throw a rock at my car, I'm getting out the car.
How old was he?
I think he was a teen. They said he was a teen.
Yeah, see, because it couldn't have been my son. Because I really would have showed up.
I think somebody, what it's going to take in black society, it's going to take a motherfucker with some balls that's going to say, I'm not taking this. For example, a la Trayvon Martin's dad.
Yeah.
George Zimmerman walking around right now, sir, and making money off of your son's name. Painting pictures with your son, signing autographs and doing all this shit. I'm being honest with you. I have dear friends of mine that will die for their family and have died and murdered for their family. I'm telling you from a personal standpoint, if you hurt Navion or Aviana, you have to hurt me. And like, it might take a dad going into a police precinct after they shot his son for no reason to go shoot up the police precinct and sacrifice yourself. That's all it's going to take is, like, we have to get to a point. We're not going to take it. Right. We're not there yet as a culture. We're just not. Yo-Yo said, but we can be discriminative. Yeah, we are. Let's get to
discriminated against.
Yeah. Let's get to the next topic. So a man comes out and talks about little girls and their dress codes, and it's their parents' fault because they're allowing their daughters to dress any kind of way, and they get mad. I can be honest with you. I've experienced, that's like you messaging me, not you because you didn't do it, but I'm saying, I'm giving an example. That's like you messaging me saying, like, why my daughter your Facebook friend? I don't know, that's your fucking daughter, and her ass is on the sink. So that's what this guy is trying to explain. He's like, motherfuckers out here trying to check niggas for looking at their daughters, and their daughters out here dressing like prostitutes, weirdos.
And they're online with it.
Man, dog, so... And I'm telling you, Aviana be on the show. I got a Father's Day special with my kids. Make sure y'all tap in on Father's Day. I got a Father's Day special with my 2 kids. I'm going to have my son and my daughter next to me, just like I had my father and my uncle last Father's Day. I'm going to have my kids on, and we're going to have the same conversation because I be on my daughter's neck about anything when it comes to social media. Listen, Stink, if you want to be around for your 18th birthday, these are the rules of how it's going to be. So let's watch the clip of this guy talking about it and we had a conversation. Your phone is super slow because you got an iPhone, huh?
No.
What's that?
This is a Samsung.
All right, well, I want you to watch this clip. I'm going to play it on my phone. For some odd reason, your shit is mad delayed. We'll be right back with y'all.
You know your daughter is 14, 15 years old, man. They don't. Especially when they see them wearing these tight-ass shorts with their ass cheeks hanging out the goddamn shorts. Men see physical, we see it. We don't know she 15, 14, man. Sis, you don't see your daughter out there look like she having an ass-out contest with you? You ain't gonna say nothing? Or you just gonna victimize the people that look at her? Ain't you the one that bought them motherfucking clothes? Huh? Ain't you the one that... Man, check that shit. It's warm as hell, man. You got these little girls walking down the street. I'm riding down the block, seeing all the kids for the prom. Somebody got all the little girls, prom dresses, got their ass and their titties up. That's normal to you? You don't feel weird about that shit? You got grown men riding by, grown men with gray beards, looking at your little 12, 13, 14-year-old daughter. They ain't looking at you, looking at her ass. That don't bother you? Man, you need to get your shit together, man. Summertime. And I guess, if you catch somebody looking at your kid, you catch somebody looking at your motherfucking kid, you gonna bust their ass, right? You gonna get the strap, grab the ratchet and bust their ass, right? Because they said something disrespectful to your 15-year-old with them big ass titties, big ass hanging out, them little ass shorts, little ass clothes that you bought. You bought them shits. Look like you went and bought them shits from a store called Build a Little Hoe. So somebody check them, right? So now the rest of the summer gonna consist of shootouts and dead bodies because you ain't be a better steward, be a good parent, and teach your child the importance of protecting their private stuff. Your child in competition with you. That's cute to you? Oh, you trying to let people see she get it from her mother? Huh? Sis, get your shit together. Bruh. Pull up, man. I understand you ain't with her no more. Pull up. You know your daughter getting older. She getting better. She's starting to develop now. Pull up. Encourage the mother to buy your daughter some training bras and shit. Some respectful ass shorts, man. To get to the knees. You heard me? Word up. Come on, man. Let's be accountable to each other, man. Word up. Especially in the day we got all these secret perverted ass, the predatory ass dudes out here, man. And then now weed is legal? So that's telling your 14-year-old, here, come burn this blunt. And sit in the back seat of this caddy and call me daddy. Come on, jump on the G-Ride, we out. Come on, y'all, it's levels to this shit. Get on top of your affairs, family, parents. Nobody want to hear nothing about, oh, what's happening in the violence and North. Nah, man, we starting that shit.
All right, so that's the actual clip of the man speaking on like women not understanding and parents in general not understanding. Like I was just telling them while the clip was playing, like I know my daughter is fine. Like I'm just being, I know my daughter is gonna be fine. Her mama was fine. I know these things, so I don't go out my way to post anything that might look somewhat sexual. I try to post the most innocent looking but still beautiful pictures of my daughter. My daughter wanted some Nike shorts, which she got for Christmas, which was just biker shorts. And I'm like, what the fuck you want biker shorts for? Right? I haven't seen the biker shorts. Yeah. And God forbid social media has. But if I find out, they get took down and the shorts are getting burned. Because that's how you move. Like, you can wear them to be cute for yourself.
Yeah, but not for the
world.
Yeah, not even for the world. It's just not to be like, look, I'm... You know, that attitude. No,
I don't even want my girl. I don't even want my daughter putting her hands on her hip. I just don't. I want my daughter to understand what it's like to be a child, and she's still in that. Trust me, they want to be. These kids want to grow up faster than normal.
That's how it is as kids in general. You know, kind of stick to what he was saying on there. It's like I do Pepsi at Walmart. You know, so. A lot of what I see is like we were talking about off camera. You'll see the mom dressed in a certain way, and really all the kids know is what they see. You know what I'm saying? So all they know is what their mom dress or or how their mom moves. So they only can dress like that. So like for example, I seen a mom and daughter just today, and like in most cases, you'll know which was the mom or the daughter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know that one's one and the other. You know what I'm saying? But they're both dressed in. You know, sundresses. Yeah. So they're both dressed, and like the short sundress. I didn't even know they made short sundresses.
And then there's still people that got social media. If your daughter has the social media, then you post a picture of her prom picture, and you got her titties out. I understood what he was saying in this facet. Because like me, I like grown women. We already had this conversation. I like my girls BBW. Type do want to suck you dry and go eat some lunch with you. That's my type.
You understand me?
I like grown women. But there's men out there that will see your daughter in a little tight ass prom dress with her chest out and all of these things, and then you tag her to it. So now you're giving him access to her page. Now you're giving him access to try to find her way, to sneak into her. Then you want to chastise him or want to criticize him. You did it. You displayed a sexual picture of your child that gave the pedophile every opportunity to mess. Listen, I have one-on-one conversations with my daughter all the time because I do worry about her. My daughter is very naive. She's grew up in a nice neighborhood, and I said, Steve, everybody's gonna tell you, like grown man's gonna tell you this, kids, like weirdos. Like you have to understand, like people will kill you. You walk outside to go get. A guy might message you and say, I have this present for you. And my daughter being 12 years old and just feeling like, oh, some guy's bringing me a present. No, he's going to kidnap you.
Yeah.
You know, like social media is tied to more than what people know, which is sexual rings to where they kidnapping these women. There was a whole video out there about the shit, but I'm just trying to explain.
It's easier access now.
Man.
That's
scary.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I had just got letting my daughter go to the corner parking lot of the house where it's like 3 houses down in the church parking lot, and then it got tough for me to even allow her to go out there. But at some point, you kind of got to let them go do a little bit of their thing.
Yeah, it's just like they got to get out the nest.
Yeah, but you also got to tell them on the other side, this is what can happen while you're out there. Right. So like, I got her a phone specifically for reasons like this. Call me.
Well, you need to get her a track. There's a tracker you can buy from Amazon. This is for all parents in the audience. There's a tracker that you can buy. You can put it in the sole of their shoe. You have to charge it like every week. And I'm telling you, that's the best thing, because what's going to happen is if somebody decided to take your child, you would be able to access them just like Find My iPhone. It's just a Find My iPhone little thing, but that should be required in all kids' book bags, shoes, bonnets, whatever you got the kids wearing. Because like I worry about kids, man. I worry about kids in this aspect that I know that there's somebody out there that's watching children going by the same neighborhood every day and seeing this little girl is always outside by herself. Yeah. Man, it's just a scary world we live in, and you're right, it's just easy access. Yeah. And like just like Toot posted his daughter, if he did, I'm saying Toot posted his daughter, and I'm like, okay, go to the page. Like this is how it works. Like men have too much access to our children.
Yep.
and we don't even realize it.
Well,
So
they didn't have no access before.
Yeah, you had to see a woman and actually ask her for a number, ask her what her age is, ask her if she have a boyfriend. Now you can just go online and see a little girl and convince her that she's already going through some shit. Her mama's on drugs. She's 13 years old. Her mama's on drugs. Her dad ain't been home. She ain't 8. You can convince her, I'm going to cash app you some money. I'm going to take you out to dinner. I'm going to do all these things. Now your daughter is locked up into some man's basement buying some weird shit because, like you said, they have access to him now. So
you just said a mouthful with that.
Yeah, I don't know. You be watching a little bit too many shows, but you do gotta be that protective.
He said,
boy,
don't breathe.
Hey,
well, I'm actually a writer. That's why I should be a movie director.
You know what? My favorite line to my daughter is, I got a permanent set of skills. Take it. You know, because I always tell her the same type of stuff, though. I tell her, like, dude. And so I make sure I make sure my daughter aware. Her peripheral has to be, her head always has to be on the swivel.
It has to be.
And when we sit in a restaurant, I tell her, you sit where you can see everything, because the way that they coming in shooting up things, you know, they coming in, you know, you got to know who's really been watching you and who's watching. You got to feel it.
You got to.
I be making their senses heightened, just like you do.
It's called people watching. And a lot of people don't understand.
They watching you.
Like, being observant.
I'm a people watcher.
Not being oblivious.
I'll look at a dude and be like, he going home lonely than a motherfucker. I look at a woman and be like, she about to go cheat on her husband. I look at but that's me people watching, because you have to create an idea of what you're dealing
around.
With.
What you're around.
You do. So I think we touch bases on this. You ready for the next topic? All right, I want to talk about Cardi B jacking off the goddamn whipped cream bottle.
She jacked off the whipped
cream. Let's Cardi B goes viral. Let me see what I got, man. We got to talk about this dude. We'll talk about Cardi B last for our fun little topic. But this dude comes out and say, like, life can't be this fucked up, right? So he's talking about how, like, how angry he is to just work to 9 to 5 and he's still broke and he ain't got nothing. Let's watch the clip. Will, you want to play your phone? Because your phone was working on time. And I want to talk about this because this is deep, and then we got you. I know you got a great perspective on this shit, so let's have a conversation. You ready, Will?
Y'all, I've had a series of fucking panic attacks at fucking work today. Like, we are not supposed to live like this, y'all. We are not supposed to fucking go into work afraid to show your face because you've been fucking ugly crying in the bathroom. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm on lunch and I don't want to go fucking back in, y'all. We shouldn't have to struggle so fucking hard and then struggle to operate, struggle to function as a person trying to make it. Like, what the fuck, y'all? And I don't have a solution. Like, I don't know, y'all. But this ain't fucking it, y'all. This ain't fucking it. I did not picture life being this fucking bullshit, y'all. And everything is so fucking fixable. Like, we can do it, but nobody will do it. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all, I've had a series of fucking panic attacks at fucking work today. Like, we are not supposed to live like this, y'all. We are not supposed to fucking go into work afraid to show your face because you've been fucking ugly crying in the bathroom. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm on lunch and I don't want to go fucking back in, y'all. We shouldn't have to struggle so fucking.
So that's no good. That's the actual clip of this man basically saying, like, he's like, and we can fix it. Like, life is so fucked up, and we can fix it. And I'm explaining what he was trying to explain, because I know too what you dealt with. You gonna live every breath like it's your last. I know you lost somebody near and dear to your heart. Yeah. So you're definitely gonna have a different perspective because you experienced something a lot of people hasn't experienced. Yeah. So I'm ready for that opinion. But in my opinion, as far as in with him and what he was saying is, like, for example, I sit and watch the news every day, and the news talk about how food is going up, how gas prices is going up, and not once have they went up on minimum wage. Like, how do you convince people I'm gonna raise my prices in life, but you still got to go work this dumbass job you've been working for 10 years, making $13, $14 an hour. But everything's going up, but you're paid. Man, you can't pay your rent this month? You don't got enough money for your light bill? We might be able to give you some assistance instead of, like I said, the way the government is. All you were saying, it seems fixable.
It is fixable.
Yeah, and
very fixable.
Yeah.
It's fixable by you see that the inflation goes up, then they don't want to bring the minimum wage up because it is a money gather season. They're trying to gather all the money they can, resources.
It's a capitalist system.
Right, it's a capitalist system. You're right. So they're not going to raise minimum wage as fast as the inflation. They don't want to because it is no reason. It'd be no reason to go inflate if you're going to raise minimum wage. Because if you change your prices, like shoot, you change your prices because inflation went up, right? So it inflates on the other person no matter what they make. So you get what I'm saying?
But why? But this
why
is
is it
what
like
he said.
that as a whole?
But what he was saying was, and it's fixable. Like we all struggling as Americans right now. I personally am the biggest struggle. Like I'm fucking. Anybody want to cash up? I'm just playing. But anyway, I'm fucked up right now. Anyway. Yeah, I'm fucked up. But I'm trying to explain to people like, why do we live in a society where we know people don't have food, and then we know you don't have food? Like that's what the news is doing. Like we know y'all can't afford the gas, so we gonna keep showing it to y'all. But the price of employment went down. Like, and it's just like it's if I'm the president, right, and I'm like gas prices going up. This is going up. And I had this conversation with Coon on the show. Yeah. Like, why don't the government just be like, we need minimum wage, we need $19 an hour right now. We just need it. We need it for society to be able to maintain their homes. And that's what he was saying. Like, as human beings, you get caught up in this thing to where you're not even fucking living anymore. Right. Yeah. I'm not, bro, I don't live. I wish I could live. Because there's people that lost their lives early. There's people that die every day. But I'm not living. I don't get to go. But that's why we got to learn how to live off the grid. That's why you got to learn.
Exactly. I was about to speak on it. You have to learn how to grow your food. You got to learn how to build revenue on your own revenue. So that way you can just give them their cut and you keep going, because this is what it is about business, building a business. If you build your business, you'll see, because you're building the business and you're going to have to pay somebody, and you're going to have to be able to recoup, from your business. You're going to have to make. Because if not, you'll be paying all your people, and then you don't have nothing.
So do you think inflation is affecting human beings right now?
Yeah, it definitely is. That's a fact. It affects me just like it affects you. It's just that, with these businesses, they're doing it because it's getting done to them. So it's a trickle down effect. Just like
so why don't the government fix? That's what he said.
The government. It ain't the government. It's not
the government is one that the government.
They're getting their money. They're getting taxes. So they're not going to try to fix that with these corporations. They'll do a bailout, a federal bailout, but to keep these corporations going, because that's the corporations that kind of produce all these products that are used all day. So with me having a business now and knowing how how things trickle down, I see him. I don't see him wrong. I see what he's saying. Like, okay, it ain't the government; it's the corporations. The government can't do nothing about these corporations.
But as a human being, he was speaking from a standpoint of like, nigga, I really am fucked up. Like I can't.
I'm trying.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying, and I felt that shit in my soul.
Yeah, Brandy posted on here that you're just existing. So kind of what I took from it is
exactly, Brandy,
is that pretty much you just working to pay bills. It's pretty much the case, and then sometimes you don't even have enough to pay your bills. So then you just go into work back to back, day to day, and you don't know. Sometimes you don't like your job, and then you still got to go to it because you still got to pay bills. Facts. And then it gets to a point where you can get depressed over that. But in the same sense, it's like just like what what Toot was saying. It's like you really I gotta be the capitalist in this conversation, because unfortunately, with it being America, they got minimum wage that low because guess what? We hire 14-year-olds and 13-year-olds to start their jobs. Now y'all can't start at a higher rate or at the same rate that one of y'all moms or dads is starting.
Right, because you got too much more responsibility.
Yeah, you don't got the same responsibilities. You don't gotta buy your own groceries. You don't gotta. So somebody gotta get paid the minimum. You know what I'm saying? Someone got to get paid low. Someone got to, but then it's also okay because we expect for you guys to work at, but he sounds like he's from like that young generation, which I would call like the millennial, the generation X or Z, whatever it is now, because what he got the mindset of is people are walking out of jobs now. Yeah. Like I said, I work at Pepsi. Somebody just walked out of a job the other day just because probably some overload. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like people are walking out.
I would walk out. Like I said, I would walk out of my job in a heartbeat, and for this reason only. is that I don't make enough for anybody to treat me a certain type of way. I don't make enough for anybody to talk to me a certain way. And like I'm telling you, like I didn't got in full blown confrontations with my manager, and they're like, "This motherfucker nuts." I'm not nuts. It's just y'all asking me. Y'all asking.
And then for this amount of money, like you can't pay me this low, and then think about just running around doing things when you a grown man. But then that's where the other side of the capitalist system comes, because you can also change that situation. You can go find a different job. There's jobs out there, but what you got to do to go get it.
Right.
And then but you got the opportunity to go get it. So it's like you can either sit down there and complain about it, or you can do one thing where you can start a business, because the people that start businesses, they make the most, they get the most cuts. They don't pay as much as everybody else. They got write-offs. Right. When you start realizing what business can do for you, then maybe you can move to
entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. And then, not to cut you off, but to add to that is that once you do that, you have to take on a different mindset too. See, because that's the main thing. Exactly. You're only, if I got a roof over my head, this what made me, even in my situation with my wife, this is what I learned. I got bills paid. I don't like doing this job, but I have to sacrifice. Ain't nothing in this life you're gonna have to sacrifice something to have what you're supposed to have what you need. So I've learned, as long as I got my family, lights, I can go take a shower, eat when I want, and I might not be able to go, to the club. I ain't a clubber anyway, but I might not be able to go, hit the boat and go to the yacht, cruise, take a cruise, go to the island. I might not be able to do it this year or that year, but you know what I could do? I'm gonna go sit in my backyard. I'm gonna go cut my yard.
It's called smell. I'm glad you gave me chills when you said that. I swear to you, you just gave me chills. So I learned a theory, and I said it on the show. I said for years and years of my life, me and my wife had tried to make $1 million, and we couldn't get past $2,000 in our bank account. Okay, we both had good jobs. We were making $90,000 a year, and we couldn't get past $2,000 in our savings. So what I realized is we got to stop living for money and learn how to smell the roses that we have. Like you said, to just be able to get in your car and start that motherfucker up without any issues. That's living. That's when you can finally smell the roses and appreciate life. Is when you realize you're not LeBron James. You're not going to be able to get the Corvette. You might if you play the lottery.
The opportunity is there, but you also can't you can't be looking at you can't dwell on like seeing that other people do.
This is what social media does. Now I know this is what this is a part of what this is the other thing I seen where he deals with social media. You can see they living like this, they doing this. I'm fucked up. You can see it because my son does it. I'm like, dude, get out of the phone. You're in the phone too much. You're trying to compare your life to others' lives. It's not. You don't got that. You don't have that life. But there's a sacrifice that comes along with it. And these kids, that's another thing about these kids. They don't want to sacrifice nothing to get nowhere.
They think that it's either
given or it just appears.
Like you think it's it's a privilege, but you think it's what is it? Like you think it's just
somebody owe it to you.
Yeah, you think it's required. You think it's part of. You think it's a necessity. It's not a necessity. It's a privilege. So like in order for the privilege, you got to work, or like you said, sacrifice to give something up. You know what I'm saying?
What's the first thing that go when your daughter do it or your son do something, and you like, I cut that phone off.
Or the game.
I take the phone because this ain't a necessity.
I gotta play this Cardi B video. Good conversation, guys. Let me get this. We got we're gonna go over 3 minutes probably. Let's watch the video. Cardi B going viral. I ain't gonna lie, she looking so damn sexy.
Cardi kind of.
I got a crush on her after this. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got a crush on Cardi.
Cardi.
Here go.
A little bit, because it is strong.
All right, so that's the actual video of Cardi B, man. She went viral for basically shaking up her whipped cream bottle. And I ain't gonna lie, like I was telling the fellas, I got a crush on Cardi B now. I always thought Cardi B was a city girl. Now everybody know me, I don't like city girls. But Cardi. It don't work out with you, Offset.
Offset.
At Anthony That Dude Johnson. Make sure you highlight it. What's your opinion on that video, man?
Cardi bad, dude.
She
bad. I mean, you know, she looked good. She knew what she was doing.
No, that shit
she come from that life. I'm serious. She come from the pole. So she know the finish. Thank you. You get what I'm talking about? So she was already selling it. She reeled you in quick.
Man, I got
crushed. And then had the right shirt on.
Hey, sign up for my OnlyFans.
Right.
Your ass will be like,
Said 99.
Willie,
said 99.
Hey guys.
No, I already got it. If you ain't noticed, she just had the bunny ears on. Looked like she was ready for the Playboy party.
See?
Playboy party coming tomorrow. If you ain't know, we on the Hugh Hefner vibes. So we doing lingerie pajama party tomorrow. Wire Pub 103rd and 4th. Gotta come through because we got them like Cardi B. That's gonna be at the.
Hey guys, guess what? Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends and Caucasians. Listen, this is the smartest dog people, man. TOOT, man. Thank you for coming through, bro.
And Caucasians.
Yeah, thank you for coming through, bro.
That was an honor, man. This was great, man. You got a great platform. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuning in with the smartest dumb people every week and every time they show. Continue to build the show up, man. It takes y'all.
It takes us. And like I said, hottest podcast in the city, hands down.
Yes.
And anything else is duplicated and imitated. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but just know, man, you come through this spot right here, you somebody special. This is Smartest Dumb People, Anthony That Dude Johnson, TOOT in the building, Willie ABN. Y'all have a great night. I got messages saying, what's up with the show? One to where you still got kids writing essays on. 472. Shout out to Chris, he came through.
Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
okay, he good. It's not money, baby. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now the fuck with that,
regardless of the fact.